I'm back. It's your boy. I'm back. Just like that. Look at that. Look at that. It's your boy. All right, let's go down this. Bonus sounds like a science word for boner. I feel like douche should be the plural for douche. And I also feel like August should be October because like octo, like it's like the 8th, and August is the 8th month. I feel like they should be. October needs to be the 8th month. I feel like, or maybe it was at one point. Maybe that's how it got its name, and then more months were added. I don't know. Definitely not. I'm definitely not educated enough in a subject. Well, the term old news is an oxymoron, I think. Like, just say olds, right? Because that's what the news is. It's the news. It's the new things. It's here's the new things that are. Here's the news. These are the new. It's the new stuff. So yeah, just say olds instead of old news. But then, because nobody's aware that news, because people just say, yeah, I guess you need it. But still, it's still an oxymoron, technically. Redundant? Would that be better? Is there a difference between an oxymoron? Are all oxymorons redundant? Or is it vice versa? I never know which one of those to use. Also, I think I've talked about this one in a video a long time ago, but I can't tell because I didn't take it out of my video ideas list here. But the word undiscovered is another redundant word. Just say covered, right? Just say covered. Also, I think yelling requires vowels. I think yelling definitely requires some vowels, bro. You can't just yell without them vowels. I guess you could do like, you gotta growl at somebody. Yeah, that leads me into this next topic here, which is that I don't think they finished the alphabet. Like there's sounds they missed. Like that German throat thing they do, like that. Germans love that throat shit. That Germans love that shit. There's no letter for that. There's no letter. There's none. And like that Mexican, like, they like rolling their tongues. Their tongues. I wonder what thinking about things is like if you never learned words. Because that's something I noticed. No matter what I'm doing, I'm always thinking in words. Which is probably what leads to all my rhyme schemes and stuff, because I've just learned to do that over time, but everything I think is in words. I think verbally. And usually in my own voice, too. I think my thoughts are sort of like kind of in my voice. It's not that I hear my thoughts, but like they come into my head in my tone. You know what I'm saying? Like in my inflection, in the inflection in which I would say them. Which, well, I guess that's backwards. I guess my inflections come from the way I think, so I guess that's not too weird. Yeah, have you ever noticed that NASA, Nissan, and Asus, they all use the same font? And then they're just all like, there's a little bit of like artsy stuff to it, but it's all caps and lots of A's and S's, and it's all like mashed together. Also, look, black names are crazy. Yes, black people have crazy names, but NASA names are crazier. Like while we're on the subject of NASA names are definitely crazier. They name they name stars and shit like this, like the 1624-2 Omegatron. While we're in space, Mars is exactly how it was in my head. Mars is starting to turn out to be exactly how it was in my head. Like the more we seem to figure out about Mars, this seems to be exactly how it was in my head as a kid. Mars seems to be just like it's pretty much what you thought it was. It seems, aside from the ice. They seem like it was either once covered in ice or there's ice under it. Something about ice. But yeah, space is scary. Everything is like infinitely small and infinitely big. Because we don't know like how far out it goes. Obviously, we don't know. Like I've been watching through the Cosmos things with Neil Tyson. And please don't spoil anything for me because I'm only on like the 3rd episode. But he talks about like, you know, we really don't know where the other side, like what's on the other side. Like after you get to a certain point, we don't know what's past there. We don't know. So that's scary. We don't know. So that gives us no perspective of how big we are, like where we are and what this is. We just have our own thing to go off of. But at the same time, we don't know how small things go. Like we don't know how far you can zoom into things. So we don't know. At least I don't. I can't speak for you. I don't know where I stand on this. I don't know where I stand on the scale spectrum. Like where on the scale of how big and small things get is my body. Where is Travis on that?
Yes. Testing 1, 2.
What else? What do we got? While we're talking about space and stuff and scary things, I think I've narrowed the scariest possible thing down to gun spiders and space sharks. Gun spiders and space. Or like I forgot to write this one down, but like a knife scorpion. A knife scorpion would be terrifying, but also a gun spider. But space sharks, bro. Woo! Sharks are the devil for sure. Like sharks are like already the devil. Like there's nothing like we already know that nothing in the ocean gives a shit, which is another one of my topics here, but nothing in the ocean gives a shit. Besides maybe dolphins, nothing in the ocean gives a fuck about anything else. It's just kill and be in the darkness and cold and wet and down. It's fucking hell, bro. So sharks are the devil. Sharks and like I never knew that they didn't. I recently learned that they just don't stop moving. They're always from the moment they come out the pussy moving and they don't stop. They coming for that ass today and tomorrow and the next day until you stop them. They are coming for that ass. That is terrifying. And they don't have any bones or anything. They're just like pure like nigga here and they're just a face of teeth. And to believe that megalodons once existed. Man, I can't watch shark. Talking about it is giving me anxiety. I'm getting like sweaty and shit. Woo! Oh man. But imagine a space shark, because things only get as big as their environment allows. Imagine space sharks. Imagine if that was something astronauts just had to deal with, as if when they went into space, there were sharks, like space ones. Like that means they were crazy. Like, oh my god. Oh wow, space. Oh man. Yeah, nothing in the ocean gives a shit. Also, speaking of the range thing and the distance thing and the scale thing, women are, and I guess if you're attracted to males, are only attractive at a specific range of distance. And like there's a specific range of distance where they're attractive. Because if you're too far away, no matter how attractive you are to me physically, I can't tell. You're just a figure. You're like a, you know what I'm saying? You're a figure of a person. I gotta get closer. I may be able to see, you know, the colors of the clothes you're wearing. But if you're too close, like if you're this close, I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. Right? Like I'm fucking retarded. I can't believe I'm making a video about this. I should end this. This is stupid. No. I'm too fucking 9 minutes into part 2 of this. This is ridiculous. I think people who are turned on by heels and boots aren't far from bronies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're turned on by like heels and boots and stuff, which I've never got. Look, if you're a girl and you want to attract me, Do not ever wear... Almost all female footwear is retarded to me. Like the Uggs thing and just these like weird sandal things that look like you're from Egypt and shit. Like, but especially heels and boots. Like, just never been... They've never been for me. I don't like... Also like the hunting boots that look like your Link from Zelda. Not a fan of those either. Like, just wear some fucking shoes, bro. Like, what is this bullshit? But I think if you're a person who's really... if you have like a heel and boot fetish, I don't think you're far from the... I don't think you're as far from the bronies as you might suspect. I'm talking about the ones that are like into... like sexually into the ponies. I hated my mom's vagina. Ah, fuck, I hated my mom's vagina. Ah, it was such an effort to avoid it, and I did it. I hated my mom's vagina. I never saw it, but that's why I hated it, because it was like such an effort to avoid it. Like, of all the vaginas that I didn't want to see on the planet, of all the fucking pussies that I didn't want to see, it was my mom's. Because look, vaginas only come in so many different shapes and sizes. There's types of vaginas. There's like 8 of them. I know. Look, I'm a pussy enthusiast. I love this shit. Okay? There's like 8 different types. And if I knew the type that my mom had, I would never be able to, you know, do anything with a girl that had that set up. So, especially during like towards the end of her life when she was very sick and stuff and like shitting all over herself and like sick in bed and like, you know, having to go to the bathroom all the time. The lengths I went to avoid seeing my mom's pussy. I should win an award. So yeah, that was an old one. I actually wrote that before she even died. But yeah, I really hated my mom's vagina. I hated my mom's vagina. When I originally wrote it, it was I hate. It's in caps, bro. I wish I could. I guess I could take the webcam and show you. Believe me, it's in caps. I wrote it. I hate my mom's vagina. I hate it. Next topic. I wrote this one while I was high. Mechanics is just physical digitalization and vice versa. Bam. Next one. If I won the lottery, I'd buy all the lottery tickets. Just keep buying all the lottery tickets. All the lottery tickets they make. Just keep buying them all with all your winnings. Can you do that? I feel like somebody's tried that. Where are we? I wrote this down, but I'm not sure how to go into it. Gambler's fallacy can be fixed if you add another layer. Gambler's fallacy is the belief that it started with, because a lot of people, like when you'll first start playing WoW, is like, they think if a boss has like a 1% chance to drop something, that means that in 100 runs, they will get it. Or they should get it in 100 runs. But no, that's Gambler's fallacy. That's the belief that it's the belief that the more you pull from a shuffled deck, the better chance you have at getting a full shuffled deck, the better chance you have at pulling, you know, the Queen of Hearts. It's not. You always have, you know, a 1 in 52 chance of pulling the Queen of Hearts from a shuffled deck. It doesn't matter how many times you do it, you have the same chance you did on the 1000th time that you did the first time. But I have here that fallacy is fixed if you add another layer. Maybe I'll know what I meant by that later on. Anyway. Donkey Kong doesn't have a donkey, and Chips Ahoy isn't chips. Well, I guess chocolate chips, but... See, that's one I should have posted on Facebook. That would have... That wouldn't have just happened. I'm gonna start the next video.